Welcome to Build Wealth Logically. Your path to financial growth starts here. Calculate, invest, and grow.
You know, there's this invisible world humming along all around us. It's this network of silent guardians and tireless workers. They operate completely in the dark, but they power just about everything in our modern lives. Today, we're not just going to pull back the curtain. We're going to learn the secret language they speak. I mean, right this second, millions of machines are making decisions. They're sorting your packages, refining fuel, purifying water, and they're doing it all without a single human touching a button. They are the true invisible workforce of our entire civilization.
And that's the central mystery, isn't it? If nobody's actively controlling them, who gave them their marching orders? Who wrote the script that these machines follow with, this inhuman precision every single second of every single day?
Well, the answer is a language. But it's not a language of words. It's a language of pure logic. And it's a language that, once you master it, makes you one of the most valuable people in any room where things are being made, moved, or managed on a massive scale.
Okay, so the first key to this language is getting to know its most loyal servant. Let's meet the PLC, or what I like to call the digital soldier of industry.
So a PLC, or a programmable logic controller, is basically a super specialized computer. It's not browsing the web, it's not running spreadsheets. Nope. It has one job and one job only, to execute its orders with absolute, unquestioning reliability.
I mean, just think about this contrast for a second. Your laptop, it would fail instantly in the heat and the noise of a steel mill. A PLC, though, is designed to thrive there. It's literally built for industrial war zones, not for coffee shops. And that singular, unbending focus is exactly what makes it the bedrock of all modern automation.
So how does this little digital soldier make these split-second decisions? It uses a visual language, and it's called ladder logic. The easiest way to think about it is like a series of if-then commands. If a sensor sees a box is in the right position, then a robotic arm activates. It's simple, it's lightning fast, and it translates physical safety rules directly into digital commands for billion-dollar machines.
And this right here, this is the key insight. Industry isn't just looking for coders, they are searching for logic architects. People who can see the entire system and then translate all these complex physical needs into elegant, absolutely flawless digital commands.
But a soldier on the ground needs a commander with a view of the whole battlefield. So if the PLC is the muscle, then SCADA is the all-seeing eye. SCADA stands for Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition. Its whole job is to gather millions of data points from thousands of PLCs and sensors, and then weave them all into a single coherent picture, basically a God view of the entire operation.
And this is the perfect analogy for it. A mechanic, they work on one engine. But a pilot, using all their instruments, commands the entire aircraft. SCADA gives an engineer that pilot's perspective, whether they're overseeing a factory, a regional power grid, or even the water system for an entire city.
But SCADA is so much more than just a live dashboard. A really powerful system tells a story, and its most valuable feature is something called the historian. It's a database that logs every pressure spike, every temperature change, every little vibration. By analyzing that history, engineers can spot patterns and predict failures before they even happen. It's less of a dashboard and more of a crystal ball.
Okay, now we get to the really crucial point. Why does mastering this language matter so much? Because when it fails, the consequences, they're enormous.
Just look at that number. For a lot of large manufacturing plants, a single hour of unplanned downtime can cost upwards of $1 million. That's in lost product and lost revenue. This is the high-stakes game they are playing every single day.
So why do these catastrophic failures happen? Well, it almost always comes down to a communication breakdown. A missing link between the system's brain, the PLC, and its eyes, the SCADA system.
So here's how all that wealth just disappears. First, a machine fails. Instantly, the local PLC knows exactly why. It generates a specific fault code, let's say E374. But if that code isn't properly integrated, the SCADA system says nothing. The crucial data is trapped. So for the human operators, the system is just down, and they're flying completely blind while that $1 million clock is ticking away.
And that gap, that total failure of communication, that's where millions of dollars just evaporate for these companies. But for someone who understands how to bridge it, that gap becomes a massive opportunity. It's where you engineer value.
So how do you become that person? The one who bridges that gap? Well, it's It's about evolving your role. It's about moving from just connecting wires to architecting intelligent, truly resilient systems.
See, an installer connects the hardware. An integrator is more like a translator. They make different brands of equipment talk to each other by mastering the protocol, which is basically the digital grammar of machines. But an architect, they design a system so robust that it never fails in the first place. They live by the 3 a.m. rule, designing systems that don't need them at 3 in the morning. They engineer failure right out of the equation. That is the ultimate value.
And make no mistake, this is what the future is demanding. Not just technicians, but architects of autonomy. People who can build the self-sufficient, intelligent systems that are going to power the next century of industry. The question really isn't if the world will automate further. I mean, that's a certainty. The only question is, who's going to write the instructions? Who will be the one to architect the logic that teaches these machines how to think?
Because in the world of automation, this secret language is the ultimate leverage. Control the machine, and you command the wealth it creates. The machine is just waiting for its orders. The only question is, will you be the one to give them?
If you believe wealth should be engineered, not guessed, like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss the next strategy.